And welcome back. We're picking where we left off last time in Terraformers, the Red Planet Awaits, in the Grand Monuments Challenge DLC, or the scenario from the DLC, where I realize we've got weather control facility here to finish. We do need 12 more people here, so we need food to build the skyscraper. And I need science. So it's not just enough to rush a bunch of science. A bunch of science isn't necessarily hurting. We also need food. Do I need more nitrates? Yeah, we could use some nitrates to set up plant spreaders or bacteria spreaders. Oh, that's science, that's nitrates. Yes, but silica is the only resource I don't need. So we can start to burn it down a bit. Don't want to burn it down too aggressively. Give us another 7, so we can go ahead and get enough. And get the weather control facility up 1 level. And then let's get working on the next city as well. Which is going to take food and water. Got the power to do an explorer, so we should probably do an explorer. It's going to be a little bit expensive. It's going to be a 4 if we're doing it with the skill here, but... So we have what we need to set up a settlement. Oh no, this isn't connected there. It's connected there. Okay. Raising expectations. Could grab a HAB unit with a heating unit. Yeah, let's do that. And then we can go ahead and use that to connect either Saturn, which would be a bunch of support, or Ceres for titanium and water. Probably the bunch of support, I think. We'll just ship all the silicon up there. And then we'll slow roll the power, I think. It's going to be the last turn we have this guy. I don't have a lot of... Honestly, I don't have a lot of buildings for him to build right now, so... We're not going to probably build that anytime soon. Can't claim any more projects. They drop it to 48, which isn't enough. Don't have to close the city where we want to put that. We grab that 4 if we had another city that we wanted to do. So yeah, we'll do one last cleanup tour, I think. More native Martian bacteria found. Life finds a way. We'll see how much of that survives. The temperature goes up or the oxygen goes up, one of those life forms is going away. Yeah, we're sure we want to end the turn. Or do you want to ship more power? Okay. New leader. Fishing construction is out. Either interplanetary leadership or life spreading is in. Select a celestial body gain at 25 support per development level, so we get a 75 off of there. Additional level possible for the bodies. Or increase your oxygen production 1 for every 3 you start producing. Reduce the rain requirement of life form by 1 to a minimum 1. We've done 2 times. Port some life forms. Explore and study. I think we'll do the life form one. Not really what we're looking for, but Definitely not something we're complaining about. We could do that one pretty easily, I think. Some more power coming in. Okay. Get some some movement on our space projects. So that's the location we can colonize. I forgot to upgrade you, so we should upgrade you. Got the food, we got the water. Get this really usable, we're gonna have to spend a lot carving things out, but I think we can work with that. Tunis. Knock that one loose. We're gonna have to cut to those first, but titanium mine, a nitrate mine is not a bad day. And this one is a coastal one. So if I had 4 power, dropping ship right here for the comfort would not be bad. I'll preemptively dike here so we don't have this place flooding. What life do we want to lower the rain requirement for? And it's to a minimum 1. So we drop this from 1 temp 2 rainfall to 1 temp 1 rainfall. Yeah, let's do that. Androids. Androids. Enable you. Fields or support. We'll go support. Let's go ahead and get the ship right down. Oh, you need to be next to an empty... Ah, so because we diked that one up, though, it's not considered ocean, even though it probably is ocean. Would be ocean otherwise. Okay, so we're going to finish the solar panels up next turn. Dumping the rest of the silica they need into them. I need a lot of food, so we don't want to export food. We want power to do things. We want science to do things. We want nitrates to do things. We can move water and try to generate some tritium. To get some of these spaceports out. Yeah. In which case we want 8 coming in. Which means we 8 coming out, which we can do with water. Shouldn't be too much problem. Okay. Oh, I have one too many projects, so a project has to get dumped. Honestly, we probably have one too many spaceports. We'll dump a spaceport. Demos Moon City. So we have a place where we can put a Moon City. We can work on the self-improving AI. Or the drill facility. Which, to get fully upgraded, only needs 4 people. We're gonna do the drill facility. Enable you. We could start founding Demos, which is a space project to start. We'd have to ship 25 food and 10 water. And I think we can do that whenever we want. We're going up here and press that button. Looks like a fairly small place, mostly focused on science and a little bit of titanium, which is fair. Get that spaceport going. We need another 13 tritium to get the next one, and we'd need it for 1 power. So we just come down to finding 6 things to export. We're probably at the point where we really don't want to export the water either. But I suppose we can just accept the water is being exported initially, because we do want the skyscraper to go be built. So it doesn't want to be food. Could move titanium. Or 5 titanium to balance that. Get the next spaceport down. Put it here. Yeah. And then we'll import a life form. Alpine forest or radiodurans. Or the radiodurans. I'm being told like a researcher project. Yeah, probably the skyscraper. Crystal Cave. Interesting. Spaceport down. Got no water exports, so we need to back off on... Well, we got some water exports, so we could export some, but no, we want to back off on that. Don't really need the tritium anymore. That was something we were very rapidly demanding tritium for, but now that it's done, it's done. Okay, so we're balanced budget that way. We want food, but is there stuff we want to trade for the food? Not really. It's kind of the problem. Same sort of thing with power. We definitely want power, but we're not really in a place to trade for it right now. The thing I'm actually most interested in willing to trade is we could sell some titanium. And the silicates. Probably for power, because we want to probably start clearing rocks in Neutrinos. Though Neutrinos probably wants to set up the drill core facility, so we want an extra person there. Could we... Let's get 5 more food, so we get the 500 food there. We'll get a skyscraper set up there, and then we'll generate a bunch of power, so we can crank out the drill core and very rapidly generate the titanium silicon again. And then we have the recycling one somewhere. That one. So we're gonna get 2 titanium, 1 silica per thing we recycle. Seagrass. I think I've done something. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably not going to sort out any places where that's going to be useful, so I'm going to dump that. Anyway, we're not using all the traders because we've got so many. And right now we kind of want everything, which is the problem. Lab, we do want science, and that's a cheap source for science, so we should grab that. Some life forms cannot change or survive the changing environment. Yeah. Temperature went up, and we killed some of the native Martian bacteria with that. That was sadly expected. Okay, now we're real desperate for power. Can still continue to export those silica. Actually on board and potentially exporting a little bit more titanium than we make. And then importing just a bunch of power to do stuff with. That'll give us 25 power next turn. We can use 12 of that to grab you. And then just go around clearing out all the rocks to start. Here's the large meteorite. Yeah. Expectations rise. Auction facility. Yeah, probably the skyscraper. We need people. Need people to, well, people or robots to build the megastructures at this point. So we'll set you up. Do something like that. Do I need science for the wonders, don't I? Granted, we need more people here. We need 2 more people. And we only need 2 whole science. Okay. And you're done. You're the one we're working on that's power to build. We need more people here as well. That would actually probably make sense as robots. So we could probably Android hub next turn. You know, we can still roll the science. Let's put you down for a little bit more support. Okay. Birds of Paradise or whales. Grab whales. Horses or penguins? Penguins. Put the Android hub down. And then we're just missing the power to upgrade you. That's 17 power, right? So we're gonna get 17 power next turn, regardless of what I do. Well, as long as I keep doing what I'm doing, we've got 17 power. Let's start trashing the rocks. Again, I'm still on board at trashing at that rate, so that's fine. Yep. Everything's fine there. Let's see, where do we want to Send the satellite. Let's get the satellite out here. Grows more life forms, temperate forest or coral reef. To the coral reef. Could do more aggressive trading, but we still have, like, other than titanium and the silica, we still have everything, wanting everything. Except for maybe the titanium or the tritium. We could trade some of the tritium away, but school. Give us some science, have some density bonuses. It's not that bad. We need to send another city up anyway. Development state. Pick the school. Probably the train station, if we're going to set any of those up. And then we have the power, so we can come in here and do the upgrade. We've now got 10 of our 20 megastructure levels. We have 22 turns with which to finish this up, so I suspect that is quite doable. Okay, we'll do something like that, balance. Grabbing a life form. Dolphins or elephants? Do dolphins. Yeah, just let it pass. Advanced food processing, animal tracking, or architectural beauty. I'm probably gonna have to trash one of these anyway, because I don't have the power to store it. Water barrage. Small dam controlling the flow of waterways, produces power when the turbines spun by flow. If I had the titanium, so I could get that played, that'd be real interesting. We don't currently have that titanium. And I do need to play multiple things. You know, I think I get enough played that we'll go ahead and pick that up anyway. Go and grab neighboring spot. And then in the neighboring spot, let's put the plant spreader. And we can add a dike there to keep it protected. And we can go ahead and play one of the plants. 1 rainfall, 1 temperature. Kelp. Or coral reef. The ocean nearby isn't warm enough. The ocean quite far away is, but it's also quite far away. Okay, let's play... We've got 2 different things of ocean life. Kelp forest can go in the closer one. So we'll put kelp in one, we'll put the other one in the other one. It lands by 2. Plop you in. So that goes below the 8, so we can hold on to all of these. That's good to see. And I suppose that allows me to go ahead and grab the meteorite. Back it up for safety. We don't have the... Because I've been exporting it, I don't have the silica right now. So I'm going to grab that one as well. Back it up. Cleared all the rocks here. No. Clear another one. Okay. So I think all the cities right now that we've got have a wonder. This one has one upgrade that we can get if we put one more, well, put 2 more people in the city. This one's done all the way upgraded. This one's done all the way upgraded. If I want any more, I gotta set up more cities. I might finish the one we're still working on first, which means I need to get the skyscraper in here. Scuba diving school. Dock. Dock's not gonna quite work for that city. Dock would work for this city. So let's grab a dock. Oh, and we now have the science for the bacteria spreader. So let's plop that down and get some bacteria going. Native Martian bacteria. We could technically push it out into some places, but we still have one on the planet, so let's not worry too much about the Martian one. The Martian one also just provides prestige. It's not really providing us anything interesting. Atmosphere. Plankton. Does want a warm ocean, which I think we'd have to go all the way over to this one for. Oh, that's -1. It's -2. Wants a warmer ocean than what we've got at the moment, so maybe not to the plankton. Europa bacteria, so that's probably what we're going to do. Probably do the Europa bacteria. There's a little more science come. Rain requirements. No. Nothing to play there. We already lowered you to 1, already lowered you 1. You don't need any because you have to be in ocean. Okay, so I can't lower the rainfall because it technically lowers it to a minimum 1. So we'll just take the last pull on the life form. Elm tree. Yeah, if we had another turn, that'd be the thing we'd hit with the -1 rainfall, to be fair. We're not going to get that option, because we're not going to get that option. Oh, and we now have the power come in here. Clear rock, clear rock, clear rock. Now I'm a lot less desperate for that power. A lot more interested in getting the 8 we need. Let's upgrade you, and then start making food. Transporting some food in. New leader time, life spreading out, nationalism, or seafaring in. We're going to do efficient ocean mines here. Central Park. Requirement that the zone has temperature, rainfall, and oxygen. We may be able to do that in some places. That'd be easier than the 3 oxygen, I think, for the Safari Park. And that one would be pretty easy to do. But that's a lot of food. Yeah, we'll do Central Park. Robotized laboratory. We'll grab that. Might be able to get some pretty good plays off of that. So we lower the cost for you from 12 to 6. So it's definitely worth grabbing you at this point. And then we have the food. Oh, in this zone, people just love living in the zone. Skyscraper plus 23, plus 13 from Eco Home, plus 30. Oh, that's the summative, right? So Skyscraper here is just getting a lot from the comfort of living, which is... Oh, because it's 11 per person. There's 2 people there. Okay, that makes sense. So people specifically might not actually like living in a skyscraper, but the skyscraper is just in such a lovely neighborhood that it's happy anyway. And then that gives us the ability to upgrade you. And now we're up to 11 of 20, so we need 9 more. Granted, all our stuff is upgraded, so we now have to build more cities. Don't quite have the food to do the next one yet. Do I need nitrates? Yes, we'd like some nitrates. Or we'd like to sell some nitrates. Do I need the science? I'm not desperate to move that science into the inventory. So grab some more food there. Yeah. And then I suppose a different question is, where do we have robots? So, first city is obviously full. It had 3 robots, so it wouldn't have been the worst of choices. You have 2 robots. You have 3 robots, so we could at least get +1 science here. Oh, actually, you have 5 robots, because the factory provides another 2. You have 3 robots. We're back around the city, okay. So we'll put it here. I have to clear that rock. Because this is probably the location where we're most likely to put more robots. Every dock, breach an aquifer. Well, that still costs electricity, power to do. Don't need to own it, but I can still do it from a distance using that ability. So 10, 20, 30. I'm gonna get a guesstimate on how much ocean I can make. Looks like 30 right now. Which isn't enough to get the next level of ocean, and we don't necessarily need to get the next level of ocean right now either. So shouldn't worry too much about it. I don't need the dock. Explore 2 territories. We could do them for 3. Actually, we'll get a couple 2s. We'll do the 2s if there's 2s. Okay, that's a gigantic one. So now we're looking at, we can get up to 60. Gets us about 2/3 of the way to the next one. Wonder what that significant scientific interest location is. It's also telling me I can trade some stuff. I don't want to, so we're gonna cycle anyway. Love to go get an influx of science, we'll do that. Ham module wouldn't be bad, sure. You now have the food, so let's go ahead and set this one up. This gives us another place to build monument, or build one of our wonders. We need 9 levels. You provide 4. You provide 3. So we need tritium for this one. And atmosphere. We only have enough atmosphere for the first one. And some people, obviously. This one requires a bunch of people. Makes those people quite happy. It requires like 1 of each thing that is an atmosphere. Yeah, we've got 1 atmosphere on the planet. So this is probably going to be the atmosphere one. And then this one is the one that's got the across for everything. So this is probably the one we're going to put the Central Park in. Okay, then I need to explore those locations, which we can do for 2 power each. We'll actually go ahead and pay 3 and do that one for the moment, so I don't take the support hit exploring through the sandstorm. It's a little more silicates. We don't really care about right now, so we're going to go ahead and export that for food or tritium. Tritium. Yeah. Get a dock, don't need that. Laboratory, maybe. Yeah, we'll go to the laboratory. +2 support for every mine owned. We'll pick that up. A couple decent places where that would work. Like that'd be 4 support there. That'd be 4 support. Assume the ocean mines count. Ocean mines might not count. Okay, we want to set the other city up. Or do we want to get this one big enough we can get the Zeppelin going? Let's get this one big enough we can get the Zeppelin going. So to get the Zeppelin going, I only need 2 more people in the place. We'll want it another 4 eventually, but we need to also get the atmosphere to go with that. We don't have the atmosphere right now. Okay, so that was 24 tritium that we need. 22 tritium we need for the first one. Normally it'd be 24. One of our legacies here is a mega project reduction. Oh, normally 25. So we need 7 more. So that'll give us the 7 more. Okay. And we'll still have the food next turn to get this one set up. We'll need more people to go in there to actually start building that one, but we'll have the food to get the settlement down. Clownfish or lions? I think the answer is clownfish. Eat Hab or Food Factory? The answer is Hab. And we can get one of our fish out and about. No suitable for the whales. Penguins are an option. Got penguins or Atlantic herring. Let's do penguins. Oh, penguins aren't oceanic. Okay. You want to do the ocean one first? Because the ocean one's fairly close. Oh, we have no oxygen in the ocean, apparently. So it is penguins, penguins, or penguins. It's my choice. So put the penguins down there. And then we have the ability to put people in here. Oops. Wrong button. That button. Oh, I don't have enough water. Screwed my math up and forgot about the water. Forgot about the water. I just used up the water I needed, yes. It was a mistake. Okay, we'll have it next turn. And then we'll have some food. Probably also be working on ad modules and stuff. We've got... I have to set you up. Okay, lose a little bit of support doing this. Go around, pick the ocean mine. And that silicate mine gives us a little bit more that we can export. And a little bit less needed to import. So we can import more food. Oh, I can put first level Eve here in the Zeppelin. Then we get a Zeppelin Explorer. Okay, let's drop in the city, pop out of the city. That's usually how we fix the glitch. There we go. Ocean mine set up. That gives some nitrates. We can export some more nitrates. Don't need the tritium right now. Back all the way off on that. Provides us 6 more imports, which again we can just take as food. So we can be building the skyscrapers and the models and stuff. And now this place is controlling 4 mines, so the warehouse here will provide lots of support. Oh, let's get the lab down. Some more science coming in. I want to save the power. No, it undid the button press and the... Okay. I don't need a free dock, but we can take a free dock. Oh, I have to place it. I can't just take it into the cards down here. Okay. No, let's take the support then. Public space transport, +2 support per turn for every new space project complete, including this one. Less interested in that. Curious better we could do heliostat. It's probably pretty good. Do the heliostat. We just need a high place to put that, which isn't too hard to find. Send the Zeppelin out. Explore the ocean a little bit. And we now have the water for this. Found Black Chasm Post. Okay, there's 2 people. And that means we have enough to put in the first of Central Park. And then we need up to 50 food. Put the skyscraper in. Go ahead and preemptively clear space for it. We're not so desperate for water anymore. We still got something we want some science for, and want some silicates for, so I actually should probably back off the silicates a bit. Yeah, let's try something like that balance. Expedition's rising again. Did get that settlement on Saturn, so +2 science a turn. It's not bad. No, Saturn is fully upgraded, okay. One more turn, we'll be able to put the skyscraper down. Let's put the robot hub down. While we upgrade the Central Park again. And we need 6 people to upgrade you, and 8 population to upgrade there. Okay. Stat. Do we have any high places? Okay, to easily expand to... I suppose. Take guided tours. And the canyon view. And we have the high spot for the heliostat. Giving us a bunch of power. Trade balance, good import-export stuff. But I think we kind of like the balance the way it is for the moment, so let's just roll with it. We could definitely do with more atmosphere, so let's grab the CO2 factory. In Black Chasm, up the skyscraper. So allows us to upgrade Central Park again. Now we just need 2 more population here. Could come from robots, I suppose. So we keep exploring up that way. It's going to be 2 turns per Zeppelin, so we'll come down here instead. Let's see, what are you? There's the black sand dune. So if we can harvest the black sand, we can clear or use this one up here without negative side effects. Drop that drops that to 9 turns. When that goes up to 2, we'll be able to take the 2nd level on the Zeppelin. We'll probably have 2 more people that we can serve in the city by then, hopefully. Oh, I've only got 4 power left, okay. No, we'll just do a turn cycle then. Probably got enough science stacked up. Let's convert the science into something else. The new science into something else. Let's slow down that titanium. So we can maybe get the water barrage going. From somewhere. You know what? We'll export 5. More science. We'll call that good. Expectations are rising, but that's fine. Seaweed farm's not bad. Back off one of those for the moment. Granted, we can do a Zeppelin exploration. We might find something useful with that. Some more nitrates, so we don't need to wait. This is a coastal building. Okay. So that's better for like there. Okay. Bunch of power. We already got a place for the seaweed farm. Yeah, at this point I'm looking for... I need more people, I suppose. Yeah, well, we might as well explore while we're winning. So as we want access to that ocean, we could do expand to that tile, drop a dock. You know, that isn't the worst of choices. Let's do that. I need to do that next turn. Seafood restaurant. Bus station. Exploration satellites. We'll do bus station. Okay, if we took that crater, the first expand, we could take the black sand dunes, I suppose. We've got... Ooh, we're one water short. The one water short could be easily remedied. Find a place we can explore, like so. That will provide some water. Found some more Martian bacteria. Cool. Oh, and then I need that spot explored. One more turn in that. Oh, I don't need as much titanium coming in, so we can back off the titanium. 6 titanium is probably enough. Okay, I think that'll work. Orbital farming. We'll do eco home because we need some housing. Self-improving AI. This has rainfall or arcology. We'll do arcology. Quantum data center. Atmosphere with the auction factory. You know, all the settlements we have are obviously have a wonder we're working in. Okay. Thinking about potentially going here for one. The arcology just needs to have 2 people. Okay, so if we colonize the place and then put the eco home in, that will get us the 2 we're looking for. Oops. Need to found the city first. And we don't quite have the food right now. Let's try to get the 10 water I need for that. Which means I'll need to export something, but that's not too bad. Okay. Oh, you have an expand, so you can just go ahead and harvest the black sand, which then means we can come over here, spread the black sand. Okay. It's quick and reasonably painless. If I wanted to give this place a port, I'm not really that worried about giving this place a port based on how this is spreading. Could grab that one and toss the port in. Good, I think we'll do a double explore, 2-cost explore. Okay, do something like that. New leaders. Trade. For Gen Tech. Every time you increase your food production by 6, you get +1. Lower the auction requirement. Add cold resistance. Or a bunch of trade routes that we don't really need. Okay, we'll do this one. Tritium, solar panels, silica. We'll pull the Titan one up. +2 water from a desalinization facility. Sure. Okay, so the new city can start building its wonder based off of having lots of people. No, so definitely don't need that water anymore. We got plenty of water. Got that down to 3 turns. We do need a bunch of food. Okay. So we got 4 more megastructures to do. Do 2 here from food alone. We've already got the silica and the titanium for that. So we think if we get enough food, we can get 3 here. You're done. You're done. You're done. You're done. You need 1 atmosphere, so we can level you up in 3. If we get 2 more people here. Level you up in 3 if we get 2 more people here. You need 2 more people as well. And then we're back to here. Okay. We got a couple different thought processes of what we can do. Cold resistance, lower auction requirements. Drop the auction requirement on... I think it's down to minimum 1, right? Minimum 1 of the auction, yeah. No, cold can be run colder than that, but oxygen is down to 1. So there's no point in doing oxygen on the clownfish. Could do it on the dolphins. Could do it on the whales. Whales are probably the one I want to hit most. Native Martian bacteria is about to die. Okay, well, there's not much I can do about that. Have a city with current level 15. We'll take the food, science, and power again here. Research campus. That at least provides +1 population. So we'll grab that. Some life forms could not survive. So we'll have to get another +1 somewhere here. Or yeah, no +1 somewhere here. I think there's some sort of geothermal effect there that's under the ocean now that you can't get to. Which is why it has a large hint of power that didn't have any power there when we got there. Lower oxygen again. Oh, you can only modify it once. So we can go ahead and drop the penguins again. So that should put the penguins in a much easier to place status. So we got the whales at 2, the penguins at 1. Oh, I think we have the food. Yeah. Still need another 47 food. And apparently we've gone through some of the silica, so we need some silica coming in as well. So back off on that silica. Push nitrates. And power. Get food. People. We are in desperate need of people, so that was a good thing. Need 2 more levels. We're gonna get another atmosphere next turn. With the atmosphere, we're gonna want another 8. Well, another 10, so we can go ahead and build this one. So next turn we can build that. And then food. Let's build that one. We only need 2 levels, so both of those should do it. Yeah. More cold resistance on something. Get on a plant. Bring down the temperature requirement on the palm trees. Is it also just time to place the... I'll have to select the plant spreader. Where's my plant spreader? No, it's one turn more on the plant spreader. Be ready next turn. Panel spreader is 1. Oh no, the plant spreader apparently is ready. Just about had expectations covered and goes back up again. Yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, atmosphere just went up, so we've got enough to come in here and upgrade you. If we had people. Forgot about the people. Forgot about the need for people. Okay, I think it'll still work out. We'll just end up doing it with the other one. We can play some animals. We can play Atlantic herring, penguins, clownfish. Let's get some clownfish. Now we can play some bacteria. Is there any place we can get the native Martian bacteria back down? Yeah. Okay, put some native Martian bacteria back on Mars. After it died from getting too cold. Well, too hot. We made it too hot here. A lot of places. Okay, if we come in to you, we got the food. Upgrade. And there we go. Turn 65, so we didn't need the extra 5 turns of the scenario. We were, in fact, able to finish in the base duration 65. Though, that maybe doesn't bode well for maximum difficulty. Let's pop through the endgame screen here, and I can show you why that might not be good for going up more difficulty. Though at the end we were literally like fishing for food, or fishing for population, so maybe we could have done it a little bit faster if we got luckier with the population. Or if I just built up some more choice buildings. We got more choices. Advanced city planning, raise the maximum number of buildings, still cap to the same number. Artificial personality, gain 2 support per turn, and for every new robot you support. 3 for every ocean you expand to. Noiseless ship engines. Oh ho. Archaeology Center? No. Aerology Center. Increases the output near my mines. Controlled nuclear meltdown. Perfect way of producing heat, but no matter how carefully applied, some radiation will be left behind. Oh dear. But yeah, with that, we have done every scenario in the game on a platinum time scale. Most of them not on base difficulty. Like we did the first 2 we did on base difficulty, but we're always like 1 above the minimum for the challenge going up. So that was severe, or that was insane difficulty on Grand Monuments, which is the second of the 2 DLC scenarios. One of the specials here is you have 5 extra turns to construct 20 megastructure stages. So maximum difficulty, same amount of time, higher expectations, 25 megastructure stages. So we really would have been hunting for more people. I don't think we would have been able to do that in Platinum, at least with that seed. So maybe as we work through, maybe when we get back here, we'll be good enough to do that. Or maybe I'll remember to prioritize getting some more choice selections, so we have a bigger selection of projects to select from. But yeah, with that, we've done all the scenarios, so now it is time to turn up the difficulty. So previously, we did Red Planet on the lowest difficulty. I suppose I don't have to go all the way up. I could do like unrealistic Red Planet awaits. But yeah, we're gonna start turning the difficulty up and redoing scenarios. So there's another stream of this one planned in 3 days. I may not wait 3 days to play it. If I end up with a bunch of spare time during a day, I may go ahead and do a pop-up stream. Because at this point, we're basically sort of repeating scenarios. So other than just sort of cranking the difficulty to see how good I am at the game, We're not really going to expect to... There isn't anything super new that's going to be showing up. It's just going to be doing it better. So yeah, I think the next run will be the Red Planet Awaits. We're going to go back to the original scenario, which is earn points. And instead of earning 300 points, we're at least going to go up to like unrealistic and earn at least like 850. Maybe go all the way up to 900. Well, that's part of the decision I'll have to do. We'll do one of these 2 difficulties, or maybe I'll man up and just do play at your own risk difficulty. Yeah, that's one thing I might do. I might play at your own risk difficulty. But that'll be in the next stream. If I don't find free time to play it, the next stream will be in 3 days. Tomorrow will be Victoria 3 as the Great Qing, as we try to get that GDP as high as possible. I did look at it between after the stream last time. I think we're about 40 million GDP behind where we were when they run in 1.8.5. It does potentially appear like that is due to how I handled the transition from isolation, the Canton system, to protectionism. So that might be worth actually, when we're done with that run, rewinding to, because I've been saving every part or so. There's one part I skipped, which in this case is actually the annoying one. I skipped, didn't put a part save between 4 and 5. But we can roll back to like part 4 before we had that transition. And before we did the military buildup, so what we could do is we could do the Navy buildup, skip the military buildup, and then focus very heavily on building up and then handling that protectionism swap and the laissez-faire swap a little bit better. Because I think both of those are more doable, and we could potentially raise that GDP in the end. But first, we're going to see how high we can get it. Right? If we're already beating the 1.8.5 GDP, I might not do that. But we'll see how quickly we're recovering and try to catch back up with where we were before. But yeah, that's Victoria 3. That's tomorrow. The day after that will be the Long Dark. I'm thinking in the next Long Dark stream we should probably finish up the trade. It's going to be a short stream. It's going to be like 3... Actually, no, it'll be a 4-parter. Unlike Victoria 3, it will be a 4-parter. Victoria 3 might only be a 3-parter. We'll see when I get back tomorrow. And then the day after that, if we haven't... Well, even if we have done this, we'll be back playing this. Just if we haven't had a pop-up stream because I had some free time, it'll be the Red Planet Waits. If I've streamed it, I'll probably have done maybe just the Red Planet Waits. It might be the Red Path. We'll see how long. Yeah, most of my pop-up streams are pretty short, so it'll probably just be the Red Planet Waits. If we have a pop-up stream, otherwise it'll be the Red Planet Waits. But yeah, we're gonna start trying to do these on harder difficulties. I'm liking the game, but as we're reaching the end of it, we're at the point where it's time to crank the difficulty, put it through our paces. And then maybe move on to having a different game in the schedule. In fact, I think for a regularly scheduled stream, I think the next stream of this will be the last one. I may then resolve to do higher difficulties on the high difficulty runs, if and when time allows during my schedule. We could, of course, play custom difficulty where we're playing with the environment or playing with the expectations or whatever. I suppose if we're not trying to do it in 65 days, right, in custom, you can come in here and say, hey, I want to earn 2,000 points, which is twice the difficulty on Red Planet Awaits. You can crank it. You can crank it up to like 120. You will lose difficulty, whereas this is just Mastery level 45. And then there's a weekly challenge. There's 3 days left in this, so we're probably not doing the weekly challenge. No titanium on Mars. Ooh, that's bad. Trading with Earth costs 2 support per trade. Yeah, this is not a 1 extra leaders proposed per term. Okay, this is a interesting one. We're probably not going to do the weekly one, because we'll probably, well, we might, because it's 3 days left. We might get around to streaming before it comes up. But yeah. So that's the upcoming plan. for the next 3 days. Technically, the 4th day in the 4th day cycle is actually going to be the return of Shadow Empire. But yeah, those are the next 4 days. Hope you've all been enjoying. If you're watching on YouTube, there probably will be a part up tomorrow. Yeah, there will be a part up tomorrow because we'll be 7 days ahead by the time the next stream comes up. So should have gotten around to recording another part by the time you're listening to this. If you're watching on Twitch, I just brought up the stream schedule, so I hope you caught that. The schedule, except for Shadow Empire, should be up to date on Twitch. I do need to go ahead and edit the schedule so it doesn't show Red Planet Farming, which was last Monday, and put in next Mondays, which will be Shadow Empires. And I suppose at that point I should also be contemplating what is going to replace this if I'm not going to play it after Sunday. Yeah. Okay, so I hope you've all been enjoying, and until next time, I wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part or next stream, and bye for now.